Hey artists, I hope you guys enjoyed the story The Dot by Peter Reynolds. Now let's learn a little bit more about our project where we're going to create a knot dot. All right guys, to create our knot dot pictures, what we're going to need is you're going to need a piece of white paper. You are going to need something round to trace. I'm going to use this paint palette. You probably don't have a paint palette at home, so a bowl would work great. Anything round that is just smaller than your paper. You don't want it to be teeny tiny, but you also don't want it to take up your whole paper. So something about this size would work awesome. So something round, a paper. You're going to need crayons, and I'm going to use watercolor paint too. So I'm going to need water and a paintbrush also. If you don't have watercolor paint at home, you could do the whole project in crayons, or you could even use markers or something too. But I'm going to show you how to do it with paint. All right, let's get started. So the first step that we are going to do is we are going to take a pencil and you are going to trace around the outside of your round object. You're going to trace very lightly because we don't really want to see this pencil line when we're done. So it's really just a guideline. So you're going to take your pencil and trace around your round object. Then you can get rid of your round object. The next step you're going to do is you're going to take a white crayon. And I know this is going to sound kind of strange, but you're going to take this white crayon and you are going to color in this entire circle white. So you're going to color over everything in the circle white. All right, now that we have our whole circle colored in white, I want you to just quickly, before we go to the next step, go around the outside and just quickly go around your edge again. You really want to make sure you have lots of white crayon right around the line that you created. The reason we're using this white crayon is because crayons are made out of wax, and wax is water resistant. So when we go to paint the rest of our picture, this white crayon wax is going to prevent any of that colored paint from getting on this white area, and that is what is going to create our knot dot. So I just quickly made sure that I had all the edges really well done. If you want to go over the middle again, of course you can. I think I did a pretty good job of covering mine now. So here's what you're going to do next. Next, we're going to paint around the entire outside of our circle. All right. So if you don't have watercolor paint, you could use another kind of paint. Another kind of paint would work great. If you don't have any paint at all, of course you could use markers or crayons to design the outside. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use paint. And I'm not really painting anything in particular. I'm just going to add colors that I like. So I'm just going to kind of create an abstract design around the outside. If you wanted to draw stuff or add stuff, of course you could do that. All right, you don't have to make yours abstract. Yours can be, yours can look like a real picture. If you wanted to do designs around the outside or draw pictures of something, of course you could do that too. I'm going to just do mine with color because that's the way I want to do it. And I'm the artist in charge of my own picture, just like you're the artist in charge of your own picture. So I'm adding some green. I'm going to add a little bit of purple. And remember, when you guys are using watercolor paint, the more water you use, the lighter the color will be. And the less water you use, the darker the color will be. So if you want your color to be darker, get a little bit of that water off your brush. You could squeeze your brush or tap it with a paper towel, and that'll lighten up the color a lot. Or darken the color a lot, I'm sorry. So it's up to you how dark or light you want your colors to be. It's up to you what colors you choose. I'm doing lots of blues and greens right now, and then I'm going to mix other colors in too. But it really is up to you how you want to design yours. Because remember, you are the artist. And as you can see, when I get close to the edge, this circle is staying a dot. That paint is not going over my knot dot. And that's how we made the knot dot, by leaving it white. So it's this actually goes back to our project we did a few weeks back where we created our positive and negative space pictures. This is the same thing. Right now, that circle in the middle is all negative space. It's just white. There's nothing there. So it's not the focus of our picture, even though it actually kind of is the focus of our picture. So this is really a positive and negative space lesson as well. So I'm going to I'm going to add a couple more details to mine. I'm actually going to take some red, because red is a complementary color of green, so it's the opposite kind of color. So I think it would look really cool. I'm going to take some red paint, and I'm going to actually add some other dots. I didn't wash my brush very good. Let me try it again. And remember, you're going to be able to design yours however you want, do any kind of details you want, any designs you want. You draw pictures, anything you want to do. The one thing that you want to keep, though, is you want to keep that center white, because that's our knot dot. All right? So you guys can go ahead, go create your picture. When you're done, you're going to want to leave it somewhere to dry if you use paint. Don't pick it up right away because we don't want the colors to run unless that's the kind of design you want to create. But go ahead, guys. Have fun. Create your picture. Post a picture when you're done. I can't wait to see what you guys make.